Virgo, welcome. It's the Rainbow Wizard. This is your reading for, January. I have pulled the love spread for you, Virgo. So let's dive into it. I will clarify as well. So please subscribe if you haven't already, so you can see when I'm posting other videos as well. All right, Virgo. So the Queen of Wands, you're showing up as someone that is... You have definitely regained your confidence. You're feeling good about yourself. You could have fire elements in your chart. Check it out. Maybe you're born on the cusp. But yeah, you feel that you have a lot to offer. You feel positive. Something have sort of, you feel very optimistic here about the future. Now, the overall energy is the Knight of Cups, this Knight of Swords, sorry. So someone here is being a bit assertive, waiting to reach out, waiting to for the right moment. But there will be a quick change here in the energy between two people. Now, so someone here is, they've been thinking about apologizing. They've been thinking about doing something sweet. They've been considering that, but I don't know what's going to happen. But it's possible that a tower will happen, which is positive in this instance, because something will come to light about you, Virgo. Either you are telling someone or showing someone the new you, a change. You are saying something that is, all right, that's causing a tower, or it's however they perceive it as well. But in this instance, the tower is positive. Tower is Scorpio energy as well, because there's something that needs to be said for sure. There has to be a change in this dynamic for it to heal, which is the Temperance. So the Temperance is that there's a purpose in this tower. There is a reason why it's happening, and it's a good thing. Maybe this person constantly get away with small apologies, or they're not really genuine about their apologies. They're not really changing anything. They're just there with their apology, and something comes up that now this apology that they have been contemplating to give, whatever version that looks like, it will, the tower will just tell them that's not gonna stick. That's no point now. It's too late. So I see that the tower could be something really, it's something really shocking, something very shocking. For some of you, Virgo, if you're not in a relationship, it can be someone even that give you a lot of attention. Can be you telling someone, or it's announced though. So I see here that something that you don't see coming, King of Wands, giving you attention, or you doing something that will shock everyone, or this connection, but it's positive. It's long time coming. We also have Sagittarius energy. Maybe you are dealing with Sagittarius. So, but it actually helps the right people, the right union, two people to come together. So if a person here have been juggling one foot in, one foot out, with the Two of Pentacles showing up here, they will not be able to do that anymore. They have to really make up their mind. Who are they? What they're going to do? I do see a person here saying that, okay, I'm taking action towards the Empress. You could be a mother figure. You could have a business. You are someone that they put on a pedestal. You put yourself on a pedestal. You can provide for yourself, for others. You're very kind. You are very nurturing. Some of you could have, I just seen 222. So that means you have strong intuition as well. But also 222 is for, it's a very important message. I feel it has to do with transformation, intuition. It has to do with spiritual alignment, which is a twin flame connection, which is the Empress. It's focusing on family, heart connections, friendships, family, romantic relationships, and all that. So it's definitely a romantic number. So this number showing up, if you see 222, and even if I'm the only one seeing it here for you, because I've been meditating over your cards, it has to do with creativity, family, and love and romance has to be put into this connection for it to be worthwhile. So that's where the Tower comes up here, for it to be worthwhile. So it is also a sign to trust yourself, find ways to work with your current situation, acknowledging your feelings as well, honoring your feelings. And it's a time to take a step back, listening to your inner voice. So that's showing up. So maybe this person is seeing you healing. They're seeing you really taking the right steps in life, Virgo, and they are sort of then looking at themselves. They know that you view them as uncommittal, not taking control. You're not even giving them the Father of the Year award, right? If they were a father, it's like you're seeing them as someone that doesn't really do what they're supposed to do in this union. And they know it. They will see it by the Tower. They're going to feel and see it by this Tower that they are no longer on that list of yours of someone you might consider, or someone you might not see them in a certain way. Something will come to light here, but it's healing. It has to happen. And I feel here that it's going to interrupt their plans. Their plans is to keep going the same, and that's not going to happen anymore. With you, Virgo, I see that after this Tower, you feel tired. You feel that there's some kind of, it's kind of, you're like, oh, I don't want to invest in someone new. I don't want to invest in them. I don't know why this Tower happened, but it's like, okay, there is still possibility actually for healing. It has to do with this person, that a Tower can be like, they can take action towards you and towards themselves, and actually you could consider this person. But for some of you, Virgo, it's also about two people in your life. So if you're single, or if you're not single, whatever the case may be, it might be someone here that is showing up in your life, giving you a lot of attention. And if you're in a relationship that is on the rocks, this person is giving you attention, is giving a flavor of warmth. They're aligned with who you are. It's exciting. It brings a new cycle. And your intentions here is to wrap up this cycle with, regardless what happens here. And you could view someone that is like, okay, well, they're not going to change. So something is just coming to light here. I also feel that some of you could have, I'm getting 3 number 9s in your birth date, which can often happen with those born in September. So 3 number 9s, it's to do with a lot of mental energy. Like I have just got some notes here on it, but it's a high level of intelligence and mental energy. So each 9 you have in your birth date, one of you have that, is it needs to be like, this energy needs to be channeled. So some people are sort of in, something that you analyze. That can be a lot of different professions, right? Like I'm not going to list all of them, but it's something to do with anyone that have 2 or more numbers in their birth date anyway, regardless if it's 9 or any other number from 1 to 9. It has to be physically and mentally balanced. So let's say if you don't do any exercise and all this mental energy only comes out in the mental way, it is off balance. So if it's not maintained, your mind will be going over and over and over details like a broken record, and then headaches and insomnia can become a problem. So that could have happened with you, Virgo. So many of you could have at least 2 number 9s, and it's saying here that it's like you could give off this outer, like the outer shield, all right? You appear calm, but inward, you can be very tense if it's not channeled correctly, this energy. So mental discipline and relaxation is going to be very important with anyone if you have multiple 9s, which most of you could have because you are born, 9th and 19, unless you are born in 2000, I don't think you'd be here on this channel. So it can cause nervous tension when you're able to relax, for instance, and thought process. And also being Virgo on top of it, I would say that you are, eye for detail, probably down to earth. I wouldn't know how it feels to be Virgo because I don't have any earth in my chart. So, but I know that people with 2 or more 9s, they love to accumulate knowledge. especially in a particular area of interest. So you have an extremely analytical mind, and you have an ability to discriminate information that can be utilized in the fields of research, diagnosis, computer operation, professions, psychology. You have data, where data is very important. So it can be that you are open to this inspirational influence as well. So it makes you very innovative in whichever field you are. So you could come up with new ways to have a breakthrough. So anyway, it requires for you to rest as well. So you can have a strong knack for applying this knowledge with, especially if you have 4 and 8 as well in your birth date. But it's saying here that anyone with number 9s, especially if you have 3, can be very complex and difficult to understand, because it's possible to become so deeply involved with own thoughts that if you don't have the presence of more physical numbers like 4, even 7, to bring you down to earth, needing a lot of time alone and for introspection as well. So I feel here that if you have double number 9, or especially number 3, it's like you could be actually getting on better in a city than on the countryside, which might be something people will say that's rubbish, but that's often where you can channel the energy better as well. So to be around other minds like yourself, to constantly absorb data. So, but it can have the other effect as well. You become too agitated by the speed and noise of a city life. So it's like you have to find a solitude as well. It can be, if you're someone that's over analytical, it's like the solitude in the countryside is almost a must for you as well. So yeah, I'm getting something about that. I'll stop going on about it now, but I think that people with 3 number 9s are extremely giving and responsible, especially when it comes to attending to partners. And they're usually not interested in anything superficial, but you can still get involved in superficial relationships, but that wouldn't be aligned with you very often. So oftentimes you might seek this stability, like the stability over anything else, because that's really, really important, where you can also relax, because if you're not in a stable connection, then you just can't find your peace. So something like that here at Virgo. So I would say Virgo sun sign, it's completely different from, because of this reason, from someone that have, let's say, moon sign or other signs in Virgo, because numerology in the birth date itself, it has a lot to do with how you are, and it's like a big difference. So that's like, for example, with an Aquarius, usually have oftentimes maybe not many number 2s as well. So it's just something about that's very much you, Virgo. If it is your sun sign, you have several number 9s, and you can be very sort of depleted and tired when it comes to like analyzing something over and over and over. I'm getting here, Virgo. So let's continue your reading. And if you're with someone that is not analytical at all, and doesn't understand you, and this person is a little superficial, it could be like you feel like there is lack of support. So if someone's very materialistic and so forth, and yeah, it like really takes you away from who you are and understanding how your mind works. So you could end up feeling hurt and depleted, and you feel like someone is straight up cruel as well. So you are seeking someone that is warm and understanding your mind as well, someone you can share this mind with, your mind with. I see that's becoming really important for you, Virgo. So even though on the outside you could be fashionista, let's say, the Queen of Wands, she's very warm, she has good taste, but she, in the upper eight, she requires someone that is equally as warm back. It's not about the actual outside, even though that comes natural to someone with with fire, that fire element in the chart. So if you're born near the cusp of Leo, for instance, so you could probably be like, it's a paradox who you are, because other people can see you as, oh, you know, Virgo is so outgoing, they have thick skin, they have the best clothes and they can fit in anywhere, they're an extrovert and so on. But then actually you could be an introvert. It's just that that's an interest maybe, but you really need someone that really understand your mind and don't misunderstand you. So I do see here, for those of you who have children, or if you have someone that is very sort of strong character and seem like that you're a good match, and this person could also have earth elements in their chart, King of Pentacles. So it can be that you are just seeing that, oh, you know, now I have to sort of separate what I want superficially and how much I'm prepared to sacrifice for that. So it's a choice that you're making. Now, okay, with the Page of Cups, so their feelings is the Page of Cups. So taking back an apology, taking back the romantic gesture, all right? Getting up in their head, now feeling stubborn about it. This person has an ego, probably. All right, so this person, there's a person around you, Virgo, that's going to be faced with a rejection or a shock to their core, because of someone around you, possibly Virgo, or you taking action, and it's the secret, the cat's out of the bag. All right, this actually is a good thing for you. So because this reading, this card series in the positive position, so the positive here is the Tower. The positive here is that because of the Tower, now you can release the burden of being up in your head, and you can start the healing process. There is a hope here for you to actually be more in tune with your inner child, be more, maybe something to do with children, but be more, there is a cat here as well, just to live more authentically. So a person that you're dealing with, whether it's relationship, situationship here, I see that due to the news that you possibly will share or something that will come up, there will be a lot of talk in the town here. And I see that this person is like, no, I'm turning around. No, I'm not doing this. No, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. So actually you will see someone, Virgo, that have not at all been healing their inner child, not at all, like their child wounds, trauma wounds. They could have been camouflaging those within this union, and they're now coming up to the surface. But this time around, you could be dealing with an Aries, you are not, or Virgo as well, if possible, or Libra, but this you are not going to be there to help them. And this could be someone lost their job. This could be someone that is like hiding underneath your wing constantly, and they don't want to see. There is a Tower here. So you have told someone, you said, this is what I want, this is what I'm doing, and this person is going through it because of it. I feel here, like they have seen something and this is a shock to them as well. That doesn't mean, by the way, Virgo, that you have to be, it's not really about being in any argument with them or anything like that necessarily, but you certainly are being straight talking. You're doing something that's obvious, it's causing a Tower, but actually this Tower is needed, and this Tower can only bring positivity towards this union in the long run, because it's the only way someone is forced to do something for this union. So if they do not use the Tower as a way to channel their pain into a gain, then of course, then maybe their path is going elsewhere. So this is the time for them to acknowledge and approach the pain in such way. But their intentions is that it's like they are suddenly reversing everything. They could be experiencing like, okay, so if they've done something they thought they could apologize for, and this Tower happens because you have announced something to them, or there's something that you are changing in your life, so they're like, no, I'm not going to do it. Their first reaction will be to, in a way, close up their plans, kind of, that's their way of sulking. All right, this is someone that they don't have the strength, power to do what they said they were going to do here. So I do see that you will probably see someone rebelling a little bit as well, but it's almost like you see the truth, you see something logical about their reaction anyway, because you know them and you wouldn't expect anything else. So it's like you are aware of it. So Virgo, wow, it's a lot of stuff happening around you. The 10 of Wands. So with the Tower, usually there are burdens and stress, I feel. So it's like something you invested in for a long time. There's harmony and joy. Could be an engagement, happiness. Like there was definitely here maybe an engagement. There was definitely here plans of a wedding maybe as well, or plans of a holiday. It was definitely a lot of plans. But now there's no plans with, yeah, and it says here to avoid anything that is superficial, to paint a portrait for the superficial, meaning avoid patching things up based on pictures. It just says it's no point to talk about something that should have been and talk about that was the only thing that you lost. Talk about what you've gained. So it's kind of deep here. We have the 8 of Swords in reverse, which is coming out of your own head, but it's almost feeling also uncomfortable, feeling uncomfortable getting out of your own way or getting out of your own head, feeling uncomfortable with this change and not knowing what's going to happen next. So we, however, see during January, Virgo, is that you could actually see someone heal, or they do something after the Tower that is positive, that actually will show you that it was worthwhile. Your intuition is saying that it was the only way and that's why you did it. I also see there's a lot of communication. So you will know your situation. This could be that you're dealing with 1 or 2 people. Some of you here are in a relationship and you have to stir things up, or some of you, and that's an ending and someone comes back, or there is another person as well, and you are just going to be friends with someone or friend zone someone here. I feel here that your intentions is to, all right, yeah. Yeah, there's something about an ongoing Tower. If the Tower is not dealt with, like, meaning you can't ignore it. If you ignore it, so that is someone that is continuing to say, oh, I'm in a happy family relationship, just a bit of a bump in the road, you know. So it might be that they are saying that, you have a person saying that it's just a bump in the road, things will be all right, you know, Virgo will get back to their senses, or I will get back to my senses. So if that's the kind of talk on the town that they're coming out with, you know, that will again bring something in reverse. All right, so that could happen, but for the most part I feel that this Knight of Swords here will show someone that they cannot continue with their behavior, for sure. Cannot continue with their behavior. They have to look ahead and they have to accept that you are moving on, Virgo. Yeah. There's a Leo around you. This person could be new. Now, if a past person that something's happened with this Leo too, I mean, it's possible, but I see maybe that person could have Sagittarius in their chart. I feel more Aries here, and maybe born on the cusp of Taurus. So Virgo, we have here the King of Wands and the 8 of Wands. Putting something to rest, saying that I'm going out to approach my world like the way I wanted. I feel strong, I feel courageous. Yeah, I see that you are doing just that, Virgo. You could be dealing with an Aquarius, maybe someone's born on the cusp of Aquarius here. I see that this Tower is the best thing that could happen to you. Something has to be broken off, something has to be announced here for you to move into your wish fulfillment. So I feel here, Virgo, that Yeah, it's something very exciting coming on the back of this, even though it could seem painful and that there is a loss, because you will actually see eventually that someone did something reckless, or they're going to come clean about a situation. I feel Virgo, yeah, I feel that like you're looking at something in a logical way. Yourself could be born on the cusp of Virgo and Libra, but you're viewing something in a very logical way. You're saying, okay, well, there's going to be certain burdens I take on my own, but what I'm going to avoid is to say that I need this kind of happily ever after, and I have to sort of hold on to that, and I have to say to everyone that that's what I want, because that's not reality right now. So the more you are focusing on, okay, something's happened, it's been announced, try to keep balance, try to keep like this rest. It's almost like as long as you do that, you will almost see someone like prove to you that you made the right decision, because someone could do something a little bit immature and reckless in the situation. So I feel here for you, Virgo, there is a very warm connection that you want to pursue. They want to pursue you, and this is going to lead you to your happiness. So I feel that you are deciding here, Virgo, to leave someone in the past that isn't providing you this happiness and stability, someone that isn't like maybe you have made someone look good, calm, cool, and collected because you have kept things together. Maybe you have more money, or you put in more work, or it's something about you are covering up for this person because that's just what you've been doing in this dynamic. Now things are changing. So yeah, things are changing. I would say here, Virgo, in this reading, it has to do with an experience, a new experience in love that you possibly will take. However, if you do want to fix a relationship here, it's possible as well, but it cannot be fixed or approached the same way as it has been in the past. Meaning that if it used to be like someone going all silent and being upset and, you know, some kind of silent treatment, or, you know, like some sort of hostility, and then suddenly you are back for a special event, and then life goes on. If that was the case, that's not going to be the way you move forward anymore. I feel that you're going to be more open and transparent and say that you're going to use your logical mind, and you're going to say, well, things have not always been good. They're not like good. I can't even speak now. They have not always been good. And you're not going to pretend like things are fine. You're not shoving things under the rug here anymore. So that's actually going to be in your favor here, Virgo. Yeah, so that's really good. I feel that the next relationship you will approach, it is mature, it is fulfilling, it is successful, and it is reaching goals. You are certainly moving away from something that, for most of you, Virgo, is not helping you pursue your dreams. It's not equal give and take. You're going to move into an equal give and take. Maybe you're moving towards an Aquarius is saying here. This is two people sort of healing and being very honest to one another. I feel that both of you have gone through something that's very difficult, and yeah, I see that the next connection for you is going to be the one. And for many of you, Virgo, you could also be here because you have feelings for someone. There's something about you feeling very much pulled to someone. That could be a Sagittarius, that's very specific, or a Leo, or an Aquarius. However, it's someone that you feel very attracted to. I don't see many cups here. So for some of you as well, you know this person. That doesn't mean it shouldn't be any cups, but it is definitely an existing connection, healing as well. But if you're in a relationship, I feel that relationship, that cannot be fixed. That's for most of you. You're not fixing that relationship to and patching things up. So that is for those of you that might have lived under the same roof. Things just have been so difficult to you cannot fix this relationship I'm seeing here under the same roof. That's why the roof is on fire. And that's the only way. And even though that is taking you out of a comfort zone, that being out of the comfort zone is much better to be in a comfort zone, because it's uncomfortable there anyway, even because it's just because you're used to it. So I see that this Tower is going to bring about a really miraculous change. You're going to see things for what they are. A lot of healing patience, but a lot of good feelings as well. I see good feelings. I see rest. I see you also. How you're going to know if this is the right decision for you, Virgo, is because you are going to feel more optimistic about life. That's the most important. You're going to feel this different side of you that maybe was drowning in a particular connection. So you're going to have more energy to those around you. You're going to give more. So that's usually how you find perhaps that, okay, this was, if you're with someone, this is anyone in our life, all right? When you're away from someone, usually we start perking up. So, you know, that's not just from people though, but oftentimes people have a very strong presence in our lives. So there is a message maybe around the 7th of January. I'm getting 7th of January here, which is next week. But allow your heart and soul to sing, and bad health. Someone could pull the card here of... Okay, so someone could possibly pull the card of... oh God, this is so... It's almost like this person's wearing angel wings. The moon is in the back. The person has just read something, a message. So this is like a negative message. And then the person's like, oh gosh, I'm going to faint now. The way it's almost like an act, the way they hold their forehead. It's like, oh, I'm going to faint. This is going to ruin me. So someone could put on this really theatrical act. Virgo, they are sort of, oh gosh, I'm going to faint. Like, look, I was just watering my plants and everything was all right. So someone, male or female, they're going to pull a sort of, oh, I can't take any more. A mature woman, so that could be you, or there's a mature woman and there is the main female. Again, just reverse the gender always. Unfortunately, you know, tarot is very focused on the female, but it's not about that. So yeah, just reverse the roles here. It's something about someone in bad health. They have to, but it's to do with someone that maybe don't love themselves, put themselves first here. You're seeing something for what they are, Virgo. You're also seeing where you want to be genuine and where you want to be open and where you see that you are thriving. It's going to be all about those messages for you, or these feelings for you, Virgo, how you know that this is the right thing to do. More, you are not really following like, or which, who is giving me more roses, who is going to cook me a romantic meal. You're going by, where am I going to feel more healthy, vitality, and more optimistic about life? For you, that's your priority. Like, how you treat other people. So some of you, if you've been in a relationship that isn't serving you, you might exclude other people that are important to you. So this is you really bringing out the best in you, Virgo, and that's how you will know that you now are approaching a much healthier road, a mountain. So know that you are protected, and that's with this angel card, the Temperance. All right, so but remain cautious. It's not about going into dangerous situation, I would say. It's not about causing a tower on purpose, but you're doing it with here's a descendant. I need to look that up. The year of the monkey. We have don't forget to fulfill your needs while helping others, fulfillment and wishes. So yeah, you're fulfilling your own wishes here, Virgo. I feel that, let me look up this card here, because you're looking at something in a different light, and that is you are moving away from what's not logical. So that is, okay, keeping a family together at all cost, or striving to get a family to be together at all cost, or even that's the most important part, like not seeing yourself flourish. So it's like putting yourself first, and knowing that when you put yourself first, actually that's when you put other people first as well. I do feel here there is an offer from someone, and it's a lot of communication. It's in the early stages here, Virgo. So I need to just look this up if I can find this. Descendant invitation. So the challenge could be that you have been giving your power away, when instead of working together, you ask others to be what is missing in yourself. And the gift here is to tend to your heart and invite in relationships that are clear, healing, nurturing, self-responsible, and encouraging of mutual evolution. So yeah, that really sums it up, because so if you, for example, Virgo, are noticing that you are keeping people at a distance to avoid meeting new people, you keep only the people you have around you. So maybe investigate the habit, why that is. So oftentimes when we only keep current people, that can mean that it's like, why? That could be that, oh, that's safe because they all know my flaws, but these people might not be the right people for you to open up with the new you. So thought it might have been important to protect you at one time in your life. Consider how it's working for you now and what would help you feel safe enough to open the door. So you could also be noticing in which area of your life that people are doing work for you. So it's kind of here the descendant can point to what you might try to import from other people. While this practice can refer to an important skill in a work situation, it has dangers in a personal relationship. So if you feel disempowered, you might be drawn to powerful people. If you're an extrovert who inwardly craves emotional, spiritual intimacy, you might draw in someone who helps you cozy up at home. So it's wonderful when others can help you develop, characteristics within yourself, but if you ask them to do this work for you and they leave, there goes your resource. So I would say here, for many of you Virgo, it's really embracing also solitude, being alone in a different way. It is saying that, what do I bring to the table? Am I only going to take from others? Am I only going to be the one? But I don't really see that is the issue. But I feel in this relationship that you've had in the past, I feel this type of relationship have become this way. So if you have been with someone or situationship relationship for a very, very long time, you have changed. It's really hard to really to play out your new way and new feelings, ambitions, and healing when you're with someone that only see you for the old version of you. That is why often when we are with family, it doesn't matter how many years you've been away, there will oftentimes be so that a person will come back to a family situation and you're like, don't even recognize yourself, or other people wouldn't recognize yourself. So that, it's harder to change within a family sometimes because that goes back to childhood. But in a relationship, like a romantic relationship, because that person is kind of a stranger, if you think about it. They're not blood related, obviously. So then the most fulfilling relationship is when you really bring out the best in each other and you grow and you are that addition to each other's life, where you can certainly be alone and thrive. If you aren't able to be alone and thriving, you cannot be happy in a relationship. That most people, they don't have this approach. Most people are very codependent. They will wait for someone to whisk them away, and just as they cling on. And those that are in places of arranged marriage, is like they just know that they will have someone, and it doesn't matter how they behave, because, you know, there's a taboo to get divorced. You know, it's impossible to embrace the spiritual path and be awoke and follow this sort of high vibrational journey of spirituality if you are in a relationship that only sees you for one version and don't allow you. It's going to be difficult. That's why you hear a lot of people that become very rich or wealthy, or even like just someone that become very successful, change. You have to go away from the person, because it's harder, because people are very strong in their, you know, ways, right? So I see here, Virgo, many of you are certainly making a decision that your old relationships is not what you need right now. New relationships is what you need, and that's how you will evolve, that's how you will grow, that's how you will really become who you truly are now. And also where you're meeting new people, where you are sort of allowing your heart to sing of joy. There's definitely a romantic relationship starting here as well, and you could surprise a lot of people in 2025, Virgo, because you are going to be different. You're going to be more open. You're going to be, it's like you might be more spiritual. You're going to be more selfish when it comes to fulfilling your needs. You're going to avoid codependent relationships. And I see many of you, Virgo, you are, you know, being looked at as someone that people really admire, look up to. I really see really great things coming for you, Virgo. And it's when you realize that fulfilling your needs isn't a selfish thing to do when it makes you happy. So if you are feeling like what I'm doing for me, here, obviously, I'm not talking about hurting others while doing something for you, but you will really feel that prioritizing yourself is pulling in someone equal, the King of Cups. This person could be love at first sight, could be born on the cusp of Sagittarius and Scorpio. But it is powerful, and in this reading, because I'll be back with new readings, in this reading is only the beginning, but it's very exciting. It's certainly showing you that you're in the right place. You have made good choices and healthy choices, and very exciting. Money is also looking really good here. You will also often see when you make good decisions, changes, when you're repeating something over and over and expecting the same results, you know what they say. So making good choices, changes, approaching your healing, all these ingredients is definitely going to put you in a very, very good spot, Virgo. So thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share the video. I'll see you very soon. Take care.